welcome back. So today is going to be my week 15 and 16 of pregnancy update. I had hoped that the nausea was gone. It was very good. I had a couple of rough days. So the date that I turned 15 weeks, the days that I turned 15 weeks, I had an OB, I had my midwife appointment, and they used the Doppler to find the heart rate, and it was fast. They found it right away. It was like 140 something, and everything looked good. She just said, do you have any questions? I said, I've been getting these headaches, and are they combined? Because sometimes it seems like they go hand in hand with the nausea. Like I get the headache and then I puke, and she's like, oh, it's probably just headaches. You can take some magnesium if you want. And I'm like, okay, well, that's great. So she sent us out, and she said, everything looks good. We'll see you in 4 weeks for your anatomy scan, which will be the gender, when we'll know the gender, because we're not paying for the elective test. So we left, and I left there and threw up in the car on the way home. Like, she just seemed to think taking vitamin B6 and magnesium and Unisom before bed, if I need to, and then trying to eat as healthy as I can. But she said right now it's survival mode, and just, if you can only eat carbs, then you can only eat carbs. She wasn't concerned with my weight gain. I think I am up about 4 or 5 pounds at this point, and I'm, almost in my 17th week, so that's pretty good. If I sound nasally, I feel like this morning I have kind of like a runny nose and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, so that was the Wednesday night before Thanksgiving that we met with her. And then on Thanksgiving Day, again, I was so sick. I probably threw up like 6 times in those 2 days. It was really ugly. Probably the worst worst I've felt in this whole pregnancy. No matter what I ate, I threw up. I cried and threw up, and then felt sick and threw up. And my head was throbbing on one side, just like I could feel it pulsing behind my eye. And then it hit me. It was a migraine. Oh my gosh. I used to get migraines pretty regularly, every few months. And I hadn't gotten a really bad one since I've been pregnant. And if you didn't know, I've been pregnant off and on since June. So I had a miscarriage and then got pregnant right away, and then thought I had another miscarriage, but I didn't. And so anyway, I've been already pregnant for 5 or 6 months, and I haven't really had a migraine since then. And even Tylenol wasn't working. She had told me before that I don't do any caffeine whatsoever. Usually, I mean, maybe like trace amounts and make chocolate or something, but she told me my midwife said, hey, just have a soda once in a while if you don't want to take Tylenol all the time. So I told her, I really don't feel good about taking medicines. If I don't have to, I'll probably just try to put up with the pain. But if it gets really bad, she said, you could just have one soda once in a while. I'm not concerned with your weight gain. Your glucose seemed fine the last few times we've tested it. Your blood sugar seems fine. If you need a soda, have a soda. I'm like, okay. So I've tried that, but that day, Wednesday and Thursday, that migraine was so bad that I just cried, and it was just pulsing, and I took Tylenol, I did caffeine, took a nap, I ate healthy, I tried everything. I tried eating, crackers and whatever, drank a lot of water, everything, and I still didn't feel better, and I just threw up. I took a bath with the essential oils and tried to breathe in and calm and relax, and I was off work, and I didn't do anything, and I turned all the lights off, and, I puke out of the bathtub, get out of the bathtub and puke, and then go back, and it was just awful, absolutely awful. In the car on the way to a family gathering on Thanksgiving Day, I had nothing to throw up in, so I took my sweater off and threw up into my sweater while my husband was driving. I mean, I'm telling you, it was the worst. And I was like, come on, I'm 15 weeks pregnant already. Can we not be over this? Then I had a few good days. Saturday I threw up, but then I didn't throw up. Guys, I had 5 days with no vomiting. I was like, oh my gosh, it's happening. This is week 16. This is going to be great. And then I threw up again. But I'm going to blame the last one on taking my prenatal. I find that my prenatals can make me sick, and there's just nothing I can do about it. I've tried to take them at different times of the day with a lot of food, taking them on an empty stomach. That's not good. Let me tell you, do not take your prenatals on an empty stomach. Bad idea. I've taken them in the morning, with lunch, with dinner. I've taken them with my biggest meal. I've taken them with a medium meal. I have taken them with a lot of water, with a little water. I've taken them and then laid down, then not laid down. Doesn't seem to matter. Whatever I eat, I get sick. So that's okay. I know I'm near the end because it's getting better. This morning I woke up and I felt great. I am a morning person, you guys know. I woke up a little before 7 and I feel like my old self. I have energy. I put makeup on. I, got on camera and I felt good. So I never know when it's going to hit me, this high energy moment and this feeling good moment. So I wanted to hop on camera when I could. I'm not quite 17 weeks yet, but I will show you my bump. So generally, I take my bump photos when I'm blank number of weeks and 2 days. So my weeks turn over on Wednesdays. for whatever reason, we've been taking the photos on Fridays. I just like to keep them regular. Well, the 15-week photo was a couple days late. We took it on Sunday. So the difference between my week 14 and 15 was not 7 days, it was 9 days. And then the difference between my weeks 15 and 16 was not 7 days, it was only 5 days. So I hope that helps you when you're you know, looking and seeing why my bump looks so much bigger. It took a couple extra days for that 15-week photo. But in my opinion, I have popped. I have a baby bump. Depending on how I stand, you can definitely tell that I am pregnant now. From the front, I don't look super duper pregnant, but when I turn to the side, stick it out, put my hand up on the very top of my bump and one hand below the bump, you can totally tell. I have not officially switched to my maternity clothes, but I have worn several maternity pieces, especially when I want people to know I'm pregnant. That purple shirt that you see me in that photo, that's not maternity. That skirt is not maternity, but I look super pregnant in it, so go figure. I just filmed, like, seriously 10 minutes ago, my pink blush maternity haul and try-on video for you guys, so that'll be up soon if it isn't up before this one. Those videos are a lot of work for me to do, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, it took me several hours between trying on the things, filming the video, you know, organizing it and everything. It took a long time, so I hope you guys really like that kind of video. If you don't, let me know, because it was a lot of work, but if you do, of course, let me know too, because I might do another one coming up with other maternity clothes. What other maternity videos do you guys want to see? I'm planning on doing the basics, baby shower, nursery tour, gender reveal, birth announcement, labor and delivery story, what's in my hospital bag, all that stuff that I normally see people do in their pregnancy vlogs. But let me know if there's a different kind of video you guys want to see me do. I also still want to do a Q&A video, so we haven't gotten like basically any questions. Maybe I'm just doing a good job of answering all of your questions in my maternity, like pregnancy updates, but let me know if you guys have any questions. I can have my husband and I jump on and do a video for you guys. But yeah, we have picked a couple of baby names. We have first names for sure on the boy and the girl name, and middle names are still up in the air, and we're gonna find out the week of Christmas. So I'm going to do a gender reveal. I'm just not sure how I'm gonna do it yet. I don't want to just blurt it out on camera, but I'm not going to announce the name right away, I think, so we'll see. We'll see how I decide to do that. I want to announce it to our families first, of course, but maybe I'll just film us telling our families, and then that would be our announcement to you guys. You guys could watch them find out at the same time. Not sure. I did order our Christmas cards at the end of November, and they feature the baby. It says, like, the best gifts in life don't come under the tree. Something about our soon-to-be family of 3, and it's got the baby's ultrasound picture. So I'm super excited to mail those out. And pretty much everybody knows we're pregnant at this point, so it's not like I put my announcement up on about Halloween. So by the time the Christmas card comes around, if you're not on Facebook, then you probably already know. Like my grandparents, you know, they're on Facebook. So my round ligament pain seems to be doing a little bit better. I still don't have acid reflux. I don't feel super swollen or anything like that. I noticed right around 15, 16 weeks, tell me if I'm crazy, did you guys have this too? I am like so winded and like buckling my shoes. Like I wore a pair of sandals that had an ankle like strap on the outer ankle, so I had to like reach over to try to do the ankle buckle thing, and I was like, by the end of it, like I could barely do it. I actually went out in public with one of my straps not like buckled, because it was like not worth it, and the shoes stayed on without it buckled, and I had pants on and nobody could tell, and I wore it without one of the buckles done because I felt super pregnant. I was like, oh my gosh, I've only gained like 4 pounds. Why is this so hard? And the other thing that I found interesting was I've been Googling like pictures of the baby inside of me and my body, you know, like what's going on at this stage of pregnancy. Like I think that's normal for your first baby, but I was like, why, if I'm finding the heartbeat for the baby way down low, like it is just barely, the heartbeat is just barely coming up over that belly overhang, you know what I mean? Like before it was way down low, like pubic hair to that belly overhang was very low. Now it's finally on the big part of my belly, so it took that long to move upward, till 16 weeks. But if that's the case, if it's so low and my uterus is so low, apparently it's the size of a small melon or a large grapefruit right now, which is cool, and the baby's like 4.5 or 5 inches long, pretty neat. But if that's the case, then why am I so big up here? Like under my bust, it's like rounding out up my upper belly. And then I saw the photos on Google of what my organs are doing to make room for this baby. Oh my gosh, have you guys not looked at this if you're pregnant? Holy cow. So like your, everything has to move up. So no wonder I'm getting big up here. It's like my organs are being forced up. It's so crazy. So if you want a fun Google, go look that up. Some really interesting photos of, or like drawings of what a woman's body does during each trimester and where her organs are placed. Wow. Let's see. I am about 17 weeks and my sister is about 9 or 10 weeks ahead of me. So that's kind of neat. We've been kind of going through this together, and everything that I go through, I ask her and she's like, yep, that happens. Yep. Oh, it's only going to get worse. Or, you know, she'll tell me. So it's really fun to go through this together. We had lunch with just my dad, my sister, and I this week, and my dad goes, there's like 5 of us at this table. And I was like, because we're both pregnant. It was fun. I think he likes having he said, how's my baby? And then he's like, how's my other baby? And I was like, oh, I don't know. She said this is her last baby, so it's kind of neat that we get to do this together. She already has one, so this is my first baby, but it's her last. She's 4 years older than me, so yeah. I think that's really fun. I've been enjoying learning about pregnancy and everything through her and my apps. The apps are so funny because they used to all have the same fruit. Week 7 was a blueberry every week, every app. But then all of a sudden now they're like, no, it's an orange. No, it's a nectarine. No, it's an avocado. No, it's a sweet peach. No, I'm like, So I read all of them and then tell my husband, you know, the 5 fruits that I found out for the week. And he's like, oh, okay. That like kind of puts it in perspective. Like one fruit and you're like, I don't even know what a, you know, guava is or something. No, nobody said guava. But you know what I mean? Like you're not even sure what that is. But when you hear 5 fruits, like, oh, it's a navel orange. Oh, it's a small grapefruit, or it's a, yeah. Avocado seems to be the theme for week 16. It only weighs like 3 or 4 ounces. So like it weighs less than like the burrito I eat for lunch. If you think about it that way, it's like this little burrito. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so little. Wow. Super cute. We've been writing little letters and emails to the baby and they just melt my heart. So that makes me very happy. Like my husband's playing along and he's writing letters to the baby too. So really sweet. I can't wait someday, hopefully, to show them to the baby, or even just for ourselves. And I may not even tell the baby that the child, that it exists, and then one day when they're like 18 or something, just give them all the letters that we wrote to them. I think that could be really neat and really special. I want to keep a baby book, and rather than doing a baby book right now while I'm pregnant, I am doing this YouTube thing. So let me know if there's something I'm not including in these updates that you would like to know about, because I'm new at this. If there's something I need to talk about. My rings are still fitting. I'm actually taking them to get a diamond replaced, but yeah, I can still wear my wedding rings. I'm not swollen too much. Other than that, I feel really good. I don't have a headache at the moment. I have cut out caffeine again, trying to go cold turkey. The headaches have seemed to get a little better since that Thanksgiving Day fiasco, but I have thrown up a couple times since then. But you know what I mean? Like, I'm feeling better in general. My energy level goes higher. I can skip my nap in the daytime. Yay! I'm still sleeping about 9 hours straight. Like I sleep 9 to 6, 9 to 7, 10 to 7, you know, 8:30 to 5:30, whatever. I always sleep like 8 to 10 hours a night. And then I also was taking naps before. So now I can skip my naps and I feel okay. My next appointment isn't until the week of Christmas, so I won't have any updates for you until then, basically, like medically speaking, unless something happens. But I use the Doppler a couple times a week, and the baby's heartbeat's sitting around 140. So I did ask the ultrasound tech when we had our last ultrasound, like, is there any truth to that myth about, or that gender old wives' tale that a high heartbeat is a boy or a girl versus a low one, you know? And she said it's 50-50, and it really isn't true. So I don't know how much I put on that, but I want to do the old wives' tales, like gender predictors things, and tell you what all those say, and then decide whether they were right or not. That is it for this week's pregnancy update. I try to keep it shorter. Hope you guys like watching this. Again, let me know if there's something I should be including, or if you have any questions for the Q&A video. Put those down below in the comments. And thanks for watching. Bye.